Just grab it and pop it. Just pop it up.
Ladies and gentlemen, please make your way to your seats. The show is about to begin. Ladies and gentlemen, before our show begins, please silence your cell phones.
Well, hey there, Littermates. Welcome back to Boss Kitty Live. I am your host, Boss Kitty, and I am so excited to be here with you guys with no fear of the internet going out, with no fear that we're not going to be able to stick around for the whole entire show. In fact, the only thing that's missing are my eyeglasses, which I still have not found, so that kind of sucks donkey balls, but whatever, we're still here, and it's really exciting. We get some hype out there. Hello, I missed all of you so much. TK and I felt terrible because Monday we weren't able to do the show. You all know this. And then we were going to do an extra show for you yesterday, and the internet was still out. In the 3 years that I worked at my company, I've never worked in the office until this week. It's been very real. But tomorrow I get to work from home again. I'm very excited. It's just nice to have things go back to normal. Hello, it's so good to see everybody. Raw Meals, Roxanne, Lillian Chan, Marie, Nick Cat, Goth Emo, Bubble, Yarn, everybody that's on my screen right now, basically. Elizabeth, Lambert, Moonbow, I could go on for ages. Oh, I miss your guys' faces too. Thank you. So I know that the show's title is New Project Surprise, and that is very true because I was not sure what to work on tonight. I haven't found the gray for my sweater yet. Yay for moves. And I really didn't want to continue to work on the blanket because you guys have watched us do that for like the last 3 shows, I think. So I was going to pick out a pattern for a hat that I'm doing because my charger for my my spinning wheel has not shown up yet. However, we found out that TK stole my charger for my spinning wheel. It's lighting one of our lights, and I found his light charger. So we get to spin tonight, you guys. I'm so stoked. More importantly, I can hear that all the way in here. Holy moly. More importantly, my loves, you guys get to choose what fiber we're going to work on. So real quickly, we're going to go over here just to show off the fibers, and then you guys can decide what we're going to work on. So I've got this Malabrigo right here, which is a merino, and it's lovely. Of all the colors, I will admit this is my favorite color-wise, but it's not my favorite fiber-wise. But what I've got, this is my favorite color-wise. And TK got me this for the holidays. I'm very excited about this one. I don't know what I'm going to do with it yet, though. Then we've got 2 Red Dog fibers that I've had for ages. I don't even know if they exist anymore. This is Durango, and it's a Cordell cross. And then this mystery... Oh, here it is. And then this is also Red Dog fibers. And it's very bright. And this is BFL, I believe, in citrus. I'll be honest, I think my parents got these for TK for the holidays one year when he was into needle felting. Who knows? But now they're mine. So you guys get to discuss which one you want, the BFL, the Cordell, or the Merino. And I'm going to let you guys discuss while we talk for a little bit. Use the dark one. Malabrigo. The middle one is fun. Okay. You love the neon green. Malabrigo. The first one, it's all gorgeous. The first one, the orange, blue, and green so far. Okay, so we've got mostly the BFL, it sounds like, in the Malabrigo. If you haven't spun Malabrigo before, it tends to be very dense. You need lots of floofing before spinning. I have, and you are not wrong. It's super soft and wonderful, but it's very dense. Like, you really have to, like, pull on it, and she's not wrong about that. Like, there's a lot of prep that has to go into it. BFL. Wait, TK does needle felting. I demanded needle felting craft tool when we get to 1,200 subs. Ooh, you're thinking way in advance. I like it. So I don't know if he's done it in some time, but he tried to make a squirrel once. He's good at it because he's good at everything he does. Cordell color is best. This one right here with the greens in it. I don't think I've ever spun Cordell. Crazy, right? So if you're new to the show, welcome. We're thrilled to have you here with us.
Thank you for being
Make sure you hit that subscribe button because not only are we trying to hit 1,000 subscribers, and we are so close, you guys, but also we play a little game called Wheel of Goodies and Goof 'em Ups every half an hour or so. So we start at 6:45 and then 7:15 and 7:45. And the only way you're eligible is if you're a subscriber and if you chat it up with us. And you can't chat it up with us unless you're a subscriber. So it just keeps going round and around. There is something, probably fiber, stuck in my eye. Holy Jesus beast. I can't even say words at this point. It's so bad. Oh, well, it's just going to stay there. You need a felt at a tiny Deadpool. That sounds adorable. Hello, JB Cohen. How are you? It's so good to see you. Oh my gosh. 9.5, you're not new, but you can still have another one of these.
Thank you for being a friend.
Yeah, it's good to see all of you. Have some confetti. Oh, I missed you guys so much. You need some Boss Kitty love before your surgery this Friday. Oh my gosh, best wishes to you. I'm really, I'm excited for you and nervous, and you will be in our thoughts. I think we're going to go with the BFL, you guys. We're just going to try the BFL. It's bright, it's sunshiny. We're going to see how it goes. So, I got to be honest though, looking at this BFL, it's very, I don't know. It doesn't feel BFL-y. I know that that's what it is, and that's great, but it does not feel BFL-y. I don't know if any of that makes sense. You guys are probably looking at me like I'm nuts. What the hell is she talking about? It doesn't feel BFL-y. Also, I'm not a fan of braids. I like it when you can pull one side out, you know, and it just kind of undoes itself. Whereas right now I have to like pull the whole thing out to get to it, which is fine. Whatever. I'm just complaining for the sake of complaining at this point. But I'm going to take this whole thing apart because it repeats on itself, and I want to separate that. I want all of the orange together. I want all of the green together. I want all of the blue together. And that is certainly something you can do when you are spinning yarn. If I were to just spin it up the way it is right now, it'd be very lovely, but whatever I were to spin it up with, like ply it with, it would get really muddled, right? So if I put all the greens and blues and oranges together, then I have these long drafts of the same colorway over and over and over again. And it'll be a little less muddled. It's the thought process there. Maybe superwash BFL? It might be. I don't know. It just says 100% BFL. No clue. Red Dog Fibers. Fiberlove@mac.com. Oh, man. I have no clue. Like I said, I don't even know if there's still a company. I'd have to look. We could probably look, actually. That would be a cute little field trip. Bright and pretty spin away. Hi, Samantha. How are you? Megan, is it your birthday? Did I miss that? I did. Hold on. There you go. Happy birthday to you, Megan Myers. Oh my gosh, happy birthday. I hope it's great. If it's today, happiest of birthdays. If it's not today, still happiest of birthdays. But you get what I'm saying. What is BFL? Blue-faced Leicester. It's a type of sheep. It tends to be one of the easier ones to spin. I can't give you a ton of information onto why. I don't know if the crimp is just tighter. It's a little stickier. It's very bouncy. People love spinning it. But JK could probably give you much more information on that than I can. I just know it's a great go-to for beginners. So yeah, we're going to try to keep this. See where it changes to yellow right here? The yellow spots are pretty short. So I think what I'm going to do regarding the yellow spots is I'm just going to split it in half. A part of the yellow goes with the green and part of the yellow goes with the orange. That way it's pretty even across. As even as it can be. And when you're pulling on it, you kind of have to pull... Man, this is a little felted. You kind of have to pull far apart because you have to find where the fibers want to break, right? So that's a good break right there. And you can see how that just fluffs right out. Don't ever cut your yarn because you're actually cutting the staple. You're cutting the fibers and you don't want to do that. When I'm pulling these apart, I'm not ripping the actual fiber itself. I'm just pulling fibers apart from other fibers. How are my braces doing? My braces are great. They're doing as well as can be expected 6 months in. I am getting a new orthodontist though, apparently. Mine has decided she no longer will be working at the office that I go to. So it's kind of a bummer, actually. I'm a little bummed about it because, you know, you get an orthodontist and you want to work with that orthodontist. Okay, so we've got those right there. AKA different mills, different flocks, different sheepies. Exactly. You've had a couple braids look like where you have the crimp seems different than other. Yeah, it's the strangest thing. But exactly, you're right. It's the same as it would be with yarn. If I were to start getting my yarn from a different mill, even if it's still superwash merino or whatever it is that I'm using those days, it would be different than what you guys are getting right now. And it would feel different. And you would like it or you would hate it. I have no idea. but I really have to have a good reason to change mills. I like where I get my stuff, and I don't feel... It's one of those, if it's not broke, don't fix it type of things, right? And you're begging your family to get your drop spindle and fiber for your birthday this month. You know what? Drop spindles can be pretty inexpensive. It's a great place to start. And fiber can be, I mean, fiber's not cheap, but it can be inexpensive. So yeah, talk to them about that. It's such a great place to start. Says the girl that doesn't even really like drop spindles that much. Okay, that one had a little more yellow in it than I wanted, but that's okay. Keep pulling. There we go. That's got a little more green in it, but that's also okay. You're not going to get it perfect, and you don't want it to be perfect. You want those things to blend a little bit. There we go. It's my green. It's got a little more yellow in it. That's okay. So we've got the greens right here. We've got the oranges. And we've got the blues. And it looks like I have blue the least. I'm going to start with... I think I'm going to start with the greens because I'm just drawn to them. I love the way they look. So we'll put these over here. You guys have 5 whole minutes until our next round of Wheel of Goodies and Goof 'em Ups, by the way. And see, this is interesting because I have these blue pieces in here. So I'm actually going to start with the yellow side of this. And this is going to be another thing where I'm going to pull a little bit on this. There we go. Because I want to get all of that yellow up the front. As much of it as I can, at least. Come on. You can do this. There we go. So. Sorry, I'm thinking really hard while I pull apart fiber. There. Beautiful. So we'll put these off to the side. This will be the last one I do because I left the yellow on there. We're going to start with these. It's going to be very yellowy green, and then we'll go into this one and it'll start to get a little darker green, and then we'll probably pull off these blues and put them at the very end as well. In fact, let's do that now. Maybe baby. So we're gonna get all these blues off because they'll go at the end and they'll muddle into the green, and that'll be great. That one looks pretty good, actually. I think that was the only two that really had a lot of blue in it, so we'll leave those alone. Okay, loves, let's get started on this. So I'm just fluffing this out a little bit, kind of pre-drafting, not really pre-drafting. We're going to see how this goes. I haven't used this thing yet since we moved, so bear with me here. I want you guys to be able to see it, though. There we go. Might zoom out just a little bit. Nope, the other way. Too much. Hold on. There we go. There we go. Let's see if this works for you guys. You went to Alt Knots today. Oh, how was that? Yeah, if you guys haven't checked out Alt Knots, definitely go check out her page. She's a lot of fun. She has some great crochet projects that she does. Okay, so we're not getting a lot of pull on this. So we're just going to tighten it up just a little bit. I probably tightened it too much. That's okay. We'll figure it out here in a second. Perfect. Actually, it's not too shabby. And then we're just going to sit here and draft. How close am I? You guys, make sure you hit that subscribe button. It only takes you one hot little second. And also hit the likes. You know, the more likes we have on a show, the more likely it is to get into somebody else's feed. We had a ton of likes on the very first show back. And I got to tell you, the views on it skyrocketed compared to what we usually get in that short amount of time. So it certainly works. Oops, that's not what I meant to do. That is what I meant to do. Actually, not even that. Tighten it up just a little bit more. It's always this first section where I have to figure stuff out. There. Perfect. I'll take it. She's your other favorite. Oh, well, you know what? I will consider it very, very, it's as I said earlier, it's high praise to be put up there with Alt Knots. Totally just did a SNL Nick Cage joke. Alt Knots is so great. They helped me get out of my comfort zone with crochet, and I got you into knitting. You know what? That deserves some confetti all around. That's fantastic. You need to start getting back and doing the likes. You'll have to remind yourself. Thank you. I really appreciate it. It does certainly help. More likely. You get it? Ah, you caught my pun there. Glad somebody did. Speaking of puns, you guys, I am going to toot my own horn here for a second. So we have this beautiful chalk up board behind us, right? And right now it tells you which what episode we're on. We're on number 70, and it talks about the Doctor Who inspired double box set that drops on May 26th. Very important. But please note my punrific bit up here that says Spin Peaks. Who sheared Llama Palmer? I am so funny. But TK drew it because he's amazing. But still, hilarious. I'm all about the puns, kids. A movie a couple days ago. It was Knowing. TK tried to get me to watch Ghost Rider. I can't do it. It's too serious. Oh, Megan, that makes me happy. Draka, you're working on your Stitch and Screen blanket from All Nuts right now. 9.5. I want the bit on the Spin Peaks bit. I want it put on a t-shirt. I've already told TK to get on that. Like, I need that as a hoodie or a t-shirt. It needs to be in my life immediately. Dad jokes on the board forever. Listen, my favorite part about Bob's Burger is always the burger of the day. Or the name of the business that's next door. It's always those two things. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and just move this forward a little bit. You guys can't even see what the hell I'm doing. There we go. I'm just moving this piece forward a little bit so more of my fiber goes onto the actual bobbin. Hi, Ginger. How are you? Oh, my goodness. Okay, so let's wrap this real quickly because you know what time it is, kiddos. It is time for the Wheel of Goodies and Goof-em-Ups. I'm so excited. I hope you are too. Let's get our keyboard out. You love Ghost Rider. I've just never got into the comic, and so I've never really felt a connection to the movie. I should probably just watch it. Let's get the boring stuff out first, and then we'll go ahead and figure out who our winner is going to be. Not Whiner. Or Wiener. Bubble Toes. Bubble Toes. I don't think you're on here. I think you can win. That's exciting. Hold on one second. Let me double check that. Hot damn. Bubble Toes. You're our first contestant of the night. Congratulations as our first contestant. Let me head right back over to the wheel and get that sucker to drop for you. Hello, wheel. Hi, guys. How are you doing? We're doing great. How are you? I'm fine. I'm just kind of bored all day sitting here with nobody to talk to, but thanks for asking. I'm sorry. Anyway, this is our wheel. If you're new to the show, I promise I'm not insane. This wheel has a lot of cool stuff on it, and then it has some shitty stuff on it too. So we've got free shipping on there, adject animal sounds, dad jokes. We've got Ravelry patterns for up to $5 or $10. Game Over is on there, unfortunately. There's a merch code on there for buttons and for stickers. There's blinky rolls, all sorts of stuff, you guys. So Bubbles, I'm going to go ahead and spin it for you. Just one sec here. What? You haven't been picked in a while. You get a blinky roll. What? That's amazing.
Congratulations, you're a winner.
You are a winner indeed, my love. Okay, so the two options for blinky rolls tonight are... You have me getting rid of the wheel first. Wheel, we'll see you in about half an hour.
Good night and goodbye.
Yeah. Get out of here, you dapper weirdo. Okay, so you have Forest Park and Kitty Glitter or Widow Flower and BKDK. I know, it's all about the blinky. It does sound a little bit like Tally, didn't it? My voice, I mean. It's my favorite part. Okay, Bubbles, I'm going to do it. We had a Blinky win not too long ago. I think it was the last Blinky we did at the old place, which was crazy in a good way. Okay. It jumped out, which means it's a re-roll because TK says it has to roll in the bowl, which means I have to be a good kid. It's an 11 either way, though. So, unfortunately, an 11 is not a winner.
Game over.
Blinky, what are you doing to me? But Bubbles, thank you so much for being part of the show and being a subscriber. And we absolutely adore you. And we're thrilled that you've been here as long as you have and that you're part of the Us Kitty family. Sincerely. So thank you. Okay, let's go ahead and get back to our spinny spins. Ooh, this looks good. I don't even know what I'm doing. Forward like that, just a little bit. Excellent. See, and I'm purposely putting some of the green into the yellow because I want it to be incorporated in there. Oh my God, this is so bright, you guys. Once you get this BFL kind of fluffed out, it's actually pretty fun to spin. This particular bump of it is, this braid. A lot of the times you don't even have to fluff it out. Like this stuff comes out and it's just buttery and wonderful. Where's Mittens? Mittens is MIA right now. You know how sometimes when you move, your cats go roaming and you don't know where they've gone and they come back eventually? Right now, Mittens is roaming. AKA, Mittens got lost in a box. So, still looking for Mittens. I'm sure he'll show back up. He likes to go, listen, he likes to go on these wild hiatuses. They're generally full of a lot of catnip and, you know, stuff that he doesn't really want to talk about when he gets back. We've tried to get him to see somebody about it, and he's just in denial. So, you know, I figure he's not hurting anybody else. I know, Matt, it's so lovely. I always forget how much I love it until I'm spinning it. And the thing is like all of our fiber, all of our yarn is merino. And I love merino for knitting and crocheting. Like, I think it's great once it's in yarn form. But as far as for spinning goes, I think merino might be one of my least favorite fibers to spin. Isn't that nuts? It's just, it doesn't have the same texture or feel that the other, like BFL does. Oh, wonderful. So yes, we do have show and tell up. Please feel free to throw your photos in there. Works in progress, finished objects, things you're starting up, things you're excited about. Anything will do. We don't mind. Like Pumpkin, I know had some a tarot deck that she just got today, or that she showed off today. That would be a perfect thing to put in there if she were in here. I don't think she is though. Mittens is on a walkabout. There, I love it. Yes, Mittens is on a walkabout. You make it look so easy. Oh, I don't. Trust me. Yeah. It's not too hard. Once you get the hang of drafting your fiber while also pushing things in, it's really not that hard. The trick is finding out where your tension is so that it pulls on it properly. And then just, you know, getting a feel for your fiber. A lot of people will know how many wraps they've done, how many times it's spun around and stuff like that. Like, people get really, really, really detailed about what they're doing. I was talking to JK about this a few months ago. I was like, I've never tried to do that. I just spin it however it feels like it's supposed to be spun. And she's like, yeah, same. I suppose I should do that at some point in time, like really look into it, but not today, folks. Not today. Don't make us call Lassie. Where did I get the spinner? This is the Daedalus. You can get it on their website. They're not available at all the time. They come in batches, and then the batches tend to go pretty fast. Although the last batch I hear stayed around for a day or two. But when I got this one, I had to stop my tabletop RPG. Like, I had to stop the whole game, tell everybody to wait for like half an hour while I kept trying to buy one. And the first one I tried to order sold out immediately. And I got the yellow one. I wanted a teal blue one, but I'm really actually very happy with the yellow because I got to name it Bumble and it makes me happy. And she's so bright and cheerful. And now I have a garden and I can use Bumble out in my garden. How cool is that, you guys? Spinning is as complex as you want to make it. Exactly. Okay, you can see some of that green is really starting to pop through there. Where do you send pictures? Jessica Franklin, what a great question. Thank you for asking that. If you head over to our Discord, there's a show and tell section there. Just type !Discord and it'll pop right up. You just signed up for the patron so you don't miss out on the Doctor Who box set. Oh my gosh, thank you so much for signing up as a patron. We really appreciate that. And yeah, the Doctor Who box set is going to be a blast. I'm really excited about that. It's interesting. Every now and then we do a box set where everybody gets super excited about it, including store shop owners. And sometimes they will ask, they're like, hey, can we have some of those? And I'm like, nope, you can't. Because our box sets are made specifically for our website. So that our viewers get them is what it comes down to. Honestly, I don't think it's fair for me to do a trunk show that's, you know, I don't think it's as fair for me to do a trunk show where the trunk show's the only people who get the box sets because a lot of you aren't local. We'll certainly take them to certain places like off and things like that if we have some, but Generally, first shot are our viewers and people who follow the shop itself. And most of our owners of the yarn shop owners are pretty understanding of that. And every now and then, you know, we'll have a colorway that is a throwback, like the one that we decide to keep, like Buttons and Bravery is an example of that. And then they can certainly order as much of that as they want. Oh, and that's another thing to remember is that if there's a colorway from a previous box set that you are itching to get your hands on, right? You missed that box set or maybe you need more of it. Remember, you can always put in a wholesale order for, not a wholesale order, I'm sorry, a bulk order for that particular colorway. We just had somebody actually order Lidless Eye. So they put a special custom order in for Lidless Eye. You have to order at least 4 skeins because that's how I dye them up. And I have no problem doing that. You just have to keep in mind with the older ones like Lidless Eye that our technique has changed slightly. And so the colorway itself, while the colors will be the same, it might look slightly different. So I just try to remind people of that because at the end of the day, it's still hand-dyed yarn. Should I get the box set? You know what? I will always tell you yes because they go so fast. But if you love Doctor Who, then yes. If you love the colors, then yes. But other than that, I mean, do what you got to do for sure. They come with their own personal labels on them. There's 2 box sets this time around. Remember, not just one. It's going to be 2. So it's going to be chaos and insanity. Right now, I'm trying to dye wholesale account orders and our local yarn shop day or trunk show order. I'm trying to dye all of that in a space that is not really put together yet. It's been something else, but we're figuring it out. You know, it's going well, slowly but surely. It's going to be a long process putting the dye studio together because there's a lot of equipment we have to get that, you know, it's buy this piece while we've got the funds to do that. So we'll see how it goes. There's that one particular piece of equipment that I think will just make things so much easier, but then we have to find storage for yarn and stuff too. But that's part of being a small business, and it's part of the exciting part is Tetrising those things together and figuring out where all of your eggs are going to drop. You plan on getting both because your birthday is May. You love Doctor Who. Rashana, I love that. Oh my gosh, that makes me so happy. One year we did a Storytime box set, and I had 2 different colorways that I wanted to be kitty glitter colorways. And so we ended up doing both colorways, both of those colorways as kitty glitter. And you had to choose when you chose your box set, which one you wanted. And we had a lot of people who just bought 2 box sets so they'd get one of each. And one of them was a Willy Wonka inspired colorway. And one of them was a Little Prince inspired colorway. I think that box set might have been one of my most favorite to put together. That one and the Toil and Trouble one, really high up there. I really connected with both of those, which is important. And sometimes you connect a little too hard. I think my least favorite, it might be, well, actually my least favorite was the 8-bit box set. Second least favorite was my Rocky Horror box set that we did, Late Night Double Feature box set. And I think it was that I was too close to that one. I had too much going on for it that it was hard for me to process it. I think it turned out nice, but I did not enjoy putting it together because it stressed me out so badly. But the costume was fun. Oh, Samantha, thank you. Do I have a price point yet? You mean I could get the Gandalf? You could get Stormcrow. Absolutely, you could get Stormcrow. I believe that the price, if we're sticking to 5, it'll probably be around $150-ish. I have to confirm with TK for one box set, and then $300 or around $300 for both of them. There will be a Patron-exclusive colorway as well that will be kitty glitter, much like the Toil and Trouble box set had, that you guys will be able to vote on and then add on. What's up, TK? Thank you so much to Susan and Catherine who just became patrons. We appreciate it. What are we at for patrons right now as far as number, like how many patrons do we have? Yes. We have 67 patrons right now, you guys. That's fucking fantastic. If you want to join the Patreon party, feel free. Go over to patreon.com/BossKitty and join at any of those levels. You get a lot of really cool stuff that we'll go over later. But once we hit 75 patrons, I think is what it was, TK is going to drop some haikus for you guys. I don't know how he's going to do that, but he's going to. So, and then at 100 patrons, and we're already over halfway there, you guys get to choose, you get to create together a Littermate colorway that is exclusive to our patrons and will always be available in all of our bases. I love me some kitty glitter. Who doesn't? You're saving pennies this month in your birthday monies in your gift cards. Willy Wonka colorway, what did that look like? Raw meals, it might be my favorite. Let me see if I can find a picture of it. It was so beautiful. That one and the Little Prince one both were just stunning. Let's go on a quick little field trip here and see if I can find it. I bet it's on Instagram. I bet it's on the Insta. Boop, 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 boop. Scroll all the way down because it's been like a year and a half now. Time flies. You don't even realize it. Okay, so that's the 8-bit box set. We're getting close. That's the Rocky set. Boop, 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 bop, bop. Here it is. This was called Whipple Scrumptious. There's ready? There it is right there. It was all kitty glitter right there, and it was so gorgeous. You had these lovely lavenders that went into this really dark purple, and then that brown tone, yellow brownish tone just came out. It was yummy. You did miss the first round of the wheel, but that's okay. You got 15 minutes until the next round. And then the other colorway was this one right here. It was called You Become Responsible. What you have, it was called What You Have Tamed is what it was called. And I loved this color. It had that buttery yellow in it, the oranges and the blues. And this was our Little Prince inspired colorway. And then I actually have a picture of all, do I have a picture of all of them? Kind of. You can kind of see them all right here. So there's What You've Tamed right there. This was our Lorax colorway right here. The next one over was our Where the Wild Things Are. This was our, why can't I think of words now? Some pig. Oh my gosh. Wilbur the pig. I can't think of what it was called though. My brain is just farting. We had a Hungry Caterpillar, and then we had our Willy Wonka color right here. So it was a lot of fun. I enjoyed working on that one immensely. Thank you, you guys. You have an 18, 10, and 2 4-year-old boys. Oh man. You definitely buy that Willy Wonka. You can still order it. You just have to order it in sets of 4 or find somebody else who would be willing to order it as well. And you don't have to order it in kitty glitter. You can order it on any base that you want, except for mohair. Mohair becomes a little difficult because there's so, well, you know what? If you want it on mohair, we can make it happen on mohair too. I promise you, if I can't make it happen on something, I'll let you know before you order it. Thank you, 9.5. Charlotte's Web, thank you. Why? I don't know why I couldn't think of that. It was the first colorway I came up with too. Like it was the very first one. I was like, we're doing some pig. So the fact that I couldn't remember it blows my mind. You love the storybook inspired one. Such a fun idea. And I dressed up as a little kid, which doesn't take much for me, honestly. It was pigtails and some face paints. Yeah, I had a lot of fun. It was a blast. And I think if I remember correctly, when we hit certain marks, money, like income wise, as far as people buying sets, I added more face paint to my face without looking. It got a little ridiculous. It was a lot of fun though. TK helped me out. That's the kind of stuff we do with the early release parties. Like I'll get dressed up in some capacity, and we sometimes we play games. Sometimes, depending on how crazy things are at that point, and I'm hoping we can do that for the Doctor Who one. TK will go all out. He'll do previews for stuff like you guys watched the Lord of the Rings one. That blew my mind. But that's also because he's so passionate about Lord of the Rings. A Wild Thornberries color yarn, possibly, maybe not a full box set, but definitely a colorway. It's definitely an idea to throw out there. So Doctor Who is a little different because it's such a massive universe, and because this is such a big deal that it's the 60th anniversary. But I really am starting to like this idea of not picking a particular story or you know, piece of nerd fiction, whatever you want to call it, and going with kind of a genre. So when we did the splatter set, which was like old splatter films, that was a lot of fun. But when you do things like Rocky Horror, it becomes much more difficult because you have a specific palette that movie already has. So your colors start to become very repetitive. Golden Girls had the exact opposite problem, where each girl has their own very specific color, so it made it kind of easy. It was the best of them all. A Nick Kids theme would be fun. Exactly, Elena. That's a brilliant idea. You guys want to know a secret? I was not a Nickelodeon child. We did not have Nickelodeon, and my mom didn't want me to watch it. What? I know. Blows my mind, too. It was above and beyond. Yeah, it was. He put his whole self into that. And I think he wanted to do that for the Toil and Trouble one, but we were blowing up at the time, and it just was not doable. So maybe, because TK does love himself some Doctor Who. Maybe we can get that for Doctor Who. We'll see what happens. What was really cool about the Lord of the Rings one, you guys, if you go back and watch that, if you're a patron and you have access to it, the person who is doing the voiceover for all of those, that's TK. I'm loving how it is too, Rashana, and it's going so quickly. I'm just flying right through this stuff. It's so yummy. You guys, check this out. Look at that. And that's exactly what I wanted. I wanted all that yellow with a little bit of flecks of green in there, and then we'll continue on with it in here. And then you'll get a little more yellow when we get into the orange, and that's okay. The hardest thing for me is always figuring out what to apply stuff with, like what color. I always want to go black or white. I think gray would dull this down, but I think black would actually look really cool. Or if I got a hot pink to go through all the way through it, that would look really neat too. Or a purple. These are just some of my ideas. Hey, Storytime, how are ya? Winter's Eve, it's good to see you. You had to watch Nickelodeon at a friend's house, right? Exactly. Oh my goodness. My little bunny Foo-Foo. It fell off then. I didn't even know it was there. Am I going whole so she can be seen? There she is. Bring her on in. Am I stopping? I should stop for a second. Hello, little Miss Gracie May. You've been a naughty little bunny the last few days, haven't you? Yes. This is Gracie. If you haven't met Gracie, she is our Lynx Point. She's 2 whole years old now. She's a grown-up kitty. Oh my goodness. And I've been at work for the past 3 days at the office, and she's never experienced that before. There's been some acting up. She tried to climb me like a tree when I got home today. She's very much my kitty. Oh my goodness, but she loves her daddy. Look at those eyes. She's so pretty, TK. Oh, and she's so soft, you guys. She feels like a freaking bunny. Look how big these paws are. Do they have stuff on them? Is she up in something she wasn't supposed to be in? That smells like butter. It smells like butter. You're a butter licker. You were in food you're not supposed to be in, you naughty little minx. Get out of here. Oh my gosh, your dad's gonna give you words now. We still need a Kitties of BK yarn box set. Oh my gosh. That would be so good. Did you hear that, TK? The the Kitties of BK yarn box set. They'd all be black and white and browns. A little bit of orangey reds in there. That's so much in my nose. I do need to get a Con colorway and a Zuzu colorway, because we've done a Gracie colorway before. What was that? Ooh, we get a Zuzu emote with 1,000 subs. That's exciting. Man, if you're not a sub yet, you gotta do it, because Zuzu's worth it. Your granddaughter is named Grace after your grandmother. So, really, we just named her Gracie so I could say goodnight, Gracie. That's what it came down to. There's a dyer in Denver area that dyes yarn based on kitties she's met in the shelters. They're all very earth. Oh, I love that, Bubbles. And pink noses, bright blue eyes, yellow eyes. Zuzu has like black eyes. She really is a little punk rock demon child, and I love her for it. She's my little odd man out. Her and TK get along so well. You could throw in some better yellow for Gracie. I could. You're not wrong about that. That cat gets up onto the stove in the middle of the night, and I will come back out in my cast iron, because you have to keep it seasoned, right? My cast iron has little licks in it, on the oil. She's gonna kill herself. I'm very concerned about it, and we've had to start hiding it in the oven. We have a butter bell specifically because of Miss Gracie, but it doesn't matter. She finds ways, or we forget, because that happens too, right? Like, you forget stuff like that from time to time. It happens. Okay, there's a little extra yellow in this, so we're just gonna go ahead and do them together and see how that goes. You guys have about 6 minutes until our next round of Wheel of Goodies and Goof 'em Ups. So make sure that you have hit that subscribe button. Also, make sure you've hit the like button, you guys. Seriously, like I said earlier, it means people are more likely to see my goofy face on their screen when you hit the like button. Silly algorithm with YouTube, and they're like, oh, people actually like this thing. Let's throw it to other people. Yes, yes. And they do. And then those people are like, I'm interested. And they come by and either they run screaming because we're nuts. Sorry. Or they stick around because they're one of us. One of us. One of us. If each cat was a color, what color would they be? Oh man, what a color. So not based off of their colorways, but actually based off of their personalities. Okay. I would say that Con... I know Con is are these colors. He is these colors, but I'm going to stick with it anyway. I think he'd be like a nice, warm amber color, right? Like this really deep, beautiful, rich amber color. And I say that because he is the chillest cat. He's so warm and sweet, and he just lays there and he lets the girls beat up on him. And he cleans everybody. He's very rarely cranky, but you look at him and he still looks like stoic, awesome, I'm too sexy for my cat man. Like he's my kitty cat model, old man model. If you could have a silver fox cat that wasn't actually silver, it would be Con. So I'm gonna stick with like a nice deep golden amber for him. Gobble gobble. Gobble gobble. Thank you. So there we go. Tune orange colorway. I did one. It's called Super Scion. We just don't carry it anymore right now. It didn't sell very well, but you can get that too. Just a bunch of donkey nuts. Super weird thing that I never understood. Me either, Marilise. Y'all, Smelly Ellie Puppy found her forever home, and that's great, but you're really... Oh, Crochet Hook, I'm so sorry. I mean, I'm happy for her, but I'm so sorry for you. That's gotta be hard. I could never, ever, ever... Well, no, I think I could. I commend you. That's amazing. Being able to be a foster fur baby mama or papa. That takes a special type of person. And I'm glad she had you through all of that difficult time. So that would be Con. Let's see. Gracie would be... You guys, Gracie would be bunny pink. She's my princess. She's very, very particular about things. TK called her Karen the other day because she wouldn't stop howling. But she's sweet and soft and kind. And she means well. She's super innocent about things. But I would have to say she's like a soft bunny pink. Because it's light and it's delicate, right? And it's just pretty. It just wants to be pretty. And it still has that very fundamental young naiveness to it. Nativity? I can't say it. You all know what I'm trying to say. Zuzu. Is plaid a color? Is it? Because that's what I'm going with. Zuzu's all metal and grit, you guys. She is a punk rock kitty. Through and through. Make it blue. Perrin. Yes, Elena. Yes. Found Boss Kitty because of alt nuts. Oh, thank you. I know a lot of you did. I love that. I can't remember how I found Boss Kitty. I think a live stream was in my recommended, but I'm also glad that I did. BK makes my day. Oh, Sierra, thank you. You guys make my day. Seriously, it's always so much better when I get to do this. TK and I have been bummed the past few weeks because things haven't worked out as far as the internet's gone. So this has been really great. Getting a little chunky monkey there. You guys got me excited. I got excited with my yarn. For the kitties, do a green Packers colorway. I could. That could be a custom colorway that we could do. I'm not generally as likely to do colorways just off the cuff that I don't connect to as much. mostly just because I don't think about it and I don't know what to put into it because it's not something that I know a lot about. But if somebody wanted a Packers colorway or something like that, I could certainly do it for them. Zuzu Gingham. The Gracie color you're searching for is Pinky Winkle. There we go. Well, I've missed you guys too. Well, it's fixed now. The internet seems to be fixed. Thank everything. Everything seems to be going well. Knock on wood. They were working on the fiber in the area, I think, for 3 or 4 days. And before that, we were having issues anyway. They had to come out and replace a bunch of stuff. So I think it's back up to normal now. And I think now we can call and get a credit for the obscene amount of time that we were with shite internet. Because it doesn't just affect the show. Like, it affects my job, too. Big time. You want my yarn in Joann's? Oh, Samantha, that means a lot. Thank you. That doesn't happen. That's not as likely to happen. But if you have a local yarn shop nearby or that you shop at, feel free to tell them all about me, and we'll see if they put me in their shop. You love punk rock kitties. She's spicy. I mean, she's also very sweet, but she's also very aggressive about being sweet. Like, she'll get up on the bed and she'll look at Con. She just flops right down on him, demanding that he clean her, and he does. Which is so funny because he hated her when we first brought her home. They go through phases. Gracie's not happy with her right now. Just like, leave me alone. You pester me all the time. I can get that. I feel that. You guys, guess what time it is? It's time for the Wheel of Goodies and Goof-em-ups, but first I want to show this off because it's so pretty. Look at that. We're doing such a great job. Pat yourselves on the back, guys. We're doing so well. Okay. God. What is wrong with me? Once again, Spin Peaks. Who sheared Llama Palmer? That's the question of the night. Also, Dr. Who double box set dropping May 26th. Get yourselves ready for that. Okay, let's see here. Let's see. On the 19th, no more satellite internet crochet. That's exciting. Did I spell that right? No, I did not. I don't know what I did there. There we go. And then let's get a winner out. Always exciting. Oh, I gotta move this back. That's why I can't read anything. That is so summery and pretty. Thank you. If you're on shop, but I don't know if it would be feasible for it to ship to Canada. It's absolutely feasible, this Miss Nair. Seriously. Have them talk to us. For sure. Did it work? It did not. I am so goofy tonight. Crochet Hooked, congratulations. I don't think you're on my list. Let's double check that, though. You're not. Hot damn, that means you're my second contestant of the evening. Let's get that wheel right up for you. Yeah, wheel. We've got a second contestant. It's Crochet Hook. Oh, yeah, I love Crochet Hook. Yay! I'm just going to do different voices for the wheel now. You're all going to have to deal with it. Clearly, I've had too much coffee. Held up goofs are great. Thank you. Okay. You guys know what's on this wheel. It's a whole lot of stuff. We're going to spin it. If it knows what's good for it, it will not land on Game Over. Let's find out. Ooh, got the email. I want to see it. Ravelry pattern for $5. Congratulations, Crochet Hook.
You're a winner.
You know how this works. Just message me in Discord with your username, if you haven't had to do that before, your username for Ravelry, and the pattern that you want us to gift to you. Just remember, it needs to be worth $5 or less in USA monies. And we'll get it right over to you. So thank you so much for being a subscriber, being part of the family. We really love having you here with us. Wheel, you are rocking it tonight. We'll see you in half an hour. Thank you so much.
Bye.
Bye. Okay. I want to get back to spinning, but something tells me
It's time to stretch.
that's what I thought. It doesn't think you smell funny at all. It thinks I smell funny. Okay, so if this is your first night with us, don't run away, please. Stay, don't leave. It's okay. I promise. It's healthy, but it's still fun. So you sit all day long, or maybe you stand all day long, but I guarantee you, you're doing stuff like this all day. You're waiting tables, you're typing, you're cursing at the people in the car next to you, you're spinning, you're knitting, whatever it is, but you're tensing up your shoulders, your neck, and your back. So we're going to go ahead and stretch those out now. So we're going to start So by taking one hand, bringing it across our chest, you're going to take your other hand and just kind of loop it on your elbow like so. Just like that. And you're just kind of stretching out that shoulder and that side of your back. You kind of sit up straight while you do it. At least try to. I won't judge though. Do I need another mod? I think we're good on mods right now, but thank you, Samantha. They remind you of Carnival with how vibrant they are. I love vibrant colors. That's why we started, actually, is because I wanted colors that screamed in people's faces and demanded happiness. We're going to do the other side. So everything we did was very vibrant and very saturated, which at the time, that was not a thing. You had a lot of neutral tones and much more pastels going on. You see a lot more vibrant colors now, which I'm thrilled to see. That's okay, Jessica. You don't have to stretch with us, for sure. We're going to go ahead and roll our shoulders around just a little bit towards the back. I'm going to go towards the front. I don't do this part too much because it does actually tighten and knot up my shoulders sometimes if I'm not careful. Now, my neck is really tight today, so I'm going to take my chin. I'm going to go one way, and I'm just going to press gently, so I'm stretching along here. It's a good time to breathe, too, if you don't have a bunch of fiber in your nose like I do. Now we're going to go the other way. Ooh, that one popped. That felt really good. And we're going to fix things that we see that are messed up on the wall. I saw another one of these at a vintage shop this last weekend. TK wanted me to buy it and gift it to somebody. That's already out of the store. Okay, so next, for me at least, I'm constantly using my fingers, right? Typing, knitting, crocheting, whatever it might be. So my tendons tend to get very tired. So we're going to stretch them out. You can either extend your hand out like so, and then pull on your fingers like this, or you can do it this way. Either way. Well, thank you. I will let you guys know for sure. Oh my gosh. That sounds terrifying, but also refreshing, Elizabeth. Okay, that's good. Now we're going to do it with our other hand. So just kind of put your hand down, stretch out. And what you're doing is you're stretching all along here, and that'll go into your elbow. It'll go into your shoulder. We talked a little bit about this last week, but it's amazing the things that your elbow and your fingers are connected to. We want to do the same thing on the front, but really this is more a focus on your wrist. So you're going to put your hand down once again like you're going to wrestle somebody, hand wrestle somebody. You're going to flop your hand down and very gently just press down on the top of your hand. I don't want you to press to the point of hurting. You just want to stretch along this part of your elbow, or your wrist rather. Your injury is both of your hands playing softball. Oh, Jessica, I'm sorry. I hope it's not too terrible. I busted my knee. I tore my ACL and my meniscus playing kickball years and years and years and years ago, and they refused to do an MRI, so I basically walked around with no meniscus and a torn ACL for about 4 years before I finally had surgery. Okay, and then I'm just going to pull it towards me for a moment. We're going to pull this one towards us for a second, and then we're going to go ahead and just pull forward. And these don't have to be very long. I'm just getting some air into those areas. And then just rotate it out. You can hear those cracks in your wrists. We are going to go to our workspace. Extend our hands out like this. They say knit and purl upside down. And then we're just going to sit here and we're going to rotate our fingers. It's really funny. When I got those tattoos, I love them so much still to this day. I don't get very many comments on them, surprisingly enough. But I thought this will be so cool. The viewers will be able to read it. It'll be great. I forgot that they would be upside down. I don't care. I still love them. I've been walking a lot more lately, so the stretching feels so good. Brittany, that's great to hear. I was walking every day before we moved, and then I stopped because we were moving, and I was walking a million steps each day anyway. I gotta tell you, I am stiff these days. I need to get back to it. It's so good for you. Okay, shake it out. Good, 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 good. Perfect. Tina, is that a congratulations retirement? Should I congratulate you? I'm always afraid to because I never know what's going on there. Thank you, Roxanne. Well, I'm going to give you some confetti for it anyway, because whether or not it was meant for it to happen or not, it's going to be for the best. I don't have a favorite crochet project right now. Well, thank you. I appreciate it, you guys. I don't think other people dislike them or anything like that. I just thought it was funny that I was so excited that you guys would be able to read them and then realize they were upside down. When I got them done, the woman who did them, when she was putting the stencil on there, we were talking so much that she and I weren't paying attention, and she put she did K and then she did I instead of the N next, and she finished it up. We're looking down at the stencils. I'm like, that's not right. She's like, nope, it's not. It's not. So glad we caught that. It's close to. I have no idea what it would have even said. You can't even. How would you have? Kint, maybe? I don't know. Not knit. You're eating your spaghetti dinner. Ugh, you guys know what I had for dinner? I had stupid cereal. I had frosted mini wheats because that's what I had time for. Probably going to go to the store and pick something up after the show, honestly. I'm glad weather is nice and warm. You can reconnect with your favorite walks. Oh, that sounds so nice. Our weather's getting there. It's still all over the place. I had hail twice today, so I don't know, but it is getting there. It's certainly brighter and sunnier outside. I was able to pull some of the daffodils out of the walkway last night. That was very exciting. Knit purl. That would have been amazing. Knit and purl. That's called drunk crafting, kids. It's like no regrets. I'm glad you're happier. That's what's important. Kilt and Pern. You roasted chicken and butternut squash. It was amazing. It sounds amazing. Lettuce and chicken and nuts. I love lettuce wraps with like chopped chicken and cashews and things like that wrapped up in them. Oh my god, it's so good. Now that's what I want. Frosted mini wheat sounds so good right now. I'm not even really that big of a fan. They're TK's favorite. I love myself some peanut butter Captain Crunch. And that is gone because I ate it all. What's up, TK? What are you doing now? Your hair is going crazy? Are you going for a Doctor Strange look? Can I tell them what we're talking about? Okay, I won't say anything. It's a secret. I can't tell you. I'm sorry. TK, what do you think of the yarn or the fiber? Do you think it's pretty? What? Yeah, I do too. Super soft, actually. You had barbecue pork with roasted potatoes for dinner, and it was delicious. I'm gonna bite your hand off. You're gonna hurt yourself. It's soft. What are you talking about? Gluten-free rice spaghetti noodles. Your frosted mini wheats sound amazing. Your tummy won't let you have that anymore. I can't do dairy. So there's a lot of like lactose. What was that? I'm not though. I'm just turned properly. I haven't moved at all. Like I wasn't. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I don't mean to be off center. I'm just a weirdo. I can't help it. Your favorite cereal's Cheerios. TK, is Frosted Mini Flake or Mini Wheats, whatever the hell they're called, are they your favorite cereal? What's your favorite? Wait, let me see if I can guess. Is it Cinnamon Toast Crunch? Okay. No, regular commercial cereal, you nutbag. Golden Grams. Golden Grams is... I love Golden Grams. They're kind of like Cinnamon Toast Crunch, except for more graham crackery. Okay, I lied. His favorite are Golden Grams, and if those were in the house, they'd be gone because I would have eaten all those too. I love me some cereal. Okay. There we go. You have Smart One's crustless chicken pot pie for dinner. I love pot pie so much. I found a roast, like a prime rib type roast, because that's what people have for Easter, I guess. I don't know. We don't do Easter around here. But they had a bunch of them on quick sale. You can only buy one. But an $80 roast ended up costing us $20. So TK made that the other night. We nibbled off of it for a few days. I think he finished it off for dinner tonight. It was pretty delicious, but it's so rich and so fatty. Like, I couldn't eat very much of it. I felt bad. He's like, do you not like it? I'm like, nope, it has nothing to do with that. It's just a lot. So there are parts of this fiber, you're seeing those nubbins go through. It's because there are parts of the fiber where it's a different part of the fleece that gets caught up in there and dyed, right? So the staples are a little bit shorter and you get little nubbies, and that's fine. I don't personally mind that. Some people do and they'll pull those out, but for my personal preference, it just adds a little bit of character to it. And I have no right to complain about other people's character. Now you want cereal. Kix is your favorite cereal bowl. I don't think I've actually ever had Kix. I've had Life. I like Life. They do a cinnamon Life. I'm a pretty big fan of that. So if you're new to the show, this is exactly what happens every freaking time. It is a crafting show that turns into us talking about food because I'm obsessed with food. I love food so much. I come from a large, loud family that used food when I was a child to comfort. I mean, that's what a lot of families did. I have mixed feelings about that, and that's okay. I can recognize that, and food can still be comforting. I just don't have to like dive in and hide in it, right? Craig's Fruity Pebbles. Oh, Fruity Pebbles are pretty good. My dad really likes Cocoa Puffs. Cinnamon Life for life, right? Sugar snacks make your pee smell sweet. What? Is that a real thing? You wish you had a what? What are you doing? What is happening? Why are we doing this? Oh, is it hard to see? Is this easier for you guys to see with a piece of gray? Well, that's nice. I'm glad to hear that this makes it easier. You love talking about food. Starving now, you've been watching carbs, but you may have to cheat right now because of all the cereal talk. I've never heard of the pea smelling sweet either. That's pretty interesting. I think cheating is fine. I don't even consider it cheating. It's looking at yourself and saying, is this worth it tonight for me? And saying yes or no. Because you can't be too hard on yourself. You know, TK and I were being really mindful of what we ate before we moved, and then we moved and things got chaotic and our fridge didn't work for 2 weeks, and so that had to go out the window, quite frankly. We had to eat out a ton. My wallet did not like it very much, honestly. But instead of beating myself up over it, I just looked at it and was mindful about the things we got. We didn't, go to crazy town with it. And you just accept it for what it is, and that you're going to have those bumps in the road, or you're going to have those moments where you do want that cereal, and you should accept that, where it's important enough to you, right? Well, I'm glad this is helpful. Good. We'll keep that in mind for next time for sure. Oops, that was the wrong one. Boop. Okay, I'm going to add this in now because there is still some yellow in it, so it'll help get that flecks of yellow in right here. Like that. Perfect. And then we can go into full-on green. And I think from the green we end up going to the blue, maybe? No, I really want to go into the orange from the green, so I'm not sure how that's going to work. But maybe I'll put those blue bits that I found with the green in them, I'll put them with the blue. Because there was so little of the blue, so that would make the most sense, I think. There we go. Excellent. I definitely need your Reese's Cups now. Thin Mints from the freezer. Yep. Samoa's all the way for me. The gray makes the color pop. I'm glad. Good. We'll keep that around then for spinning. And I'll keep that in mind when we're doing the Patreon one too. Remember, if you're a patron, we do have our next Fleece to Finish project. It's going to be the last Sunday of the month, which is, I think, the last day of the month. Shouldn't sit there and do that. I've overspun that right there now. Yeah, it's going to be the 30th of April. So 11 a.m. the 30th of April, we will do our Fleece to Finish project. Either we'll be spinning or we'll start the weaving process. I'm not sure which yet. Be prepared for a very sleepy BK though, because the trunk show will have just been the weekend or the day before. Pure chaos shall ensue. It'll be great. Local Yarn Shop Day is the 29th, you guys, and that is like Black Friday for yarn shops. So treat your yarn shops kindly that day. They get overworked. They're brutalized. My son insisted on getting banana pudding flavored ice cream recently, and it was a good choice. Is it delicious? I have mixed feelings about banana anything that's not like real bananas. Banana and grape. I don't generally like fake grape flavors or fake banana flavors. I guess bananas no longer taste like what bananas used to taste like, is what I read that somewhere. Like they've changed the way the bananas taste over time, which blows my mind. I don't know how that's even possible. But who am I to question that, right? What state am I located in? I am in the sweet, sweet, rainy-ass state of Oregon. Right now, it's a sweet, sweet, Haley-ass state of Oregon. Pacific Northwest. I have lived in Oregon my whole entire life, except for a whopping 6 months when I was a baby. When I lived in Atlanta, Georgia. Don't ask me about it because I don't remember jack shit. I was 6 months old. I've been told it was hot. And I've seen sweaty baby pictures, so I'm going to assume it was hot. You like orange creamsicle? Oh, orange creamsicle's so good. The colors are good. The flavors are good. Aren't all bananas clones of each other? I don't know, Bubbles. I have no idea how that works. With Pop-Tarts, Megan. Your local shop is going to be closing as the owner wants to retire. Jinxie, I'm sorry to hear that. But you know what that means? That means they're going to have a big-ass sale. So you should definitely take advantage of that. Found a tiny mailbox that was called the yarn box and finally took a look inside today. It's neat and you got some yarn. That's really cool, Gothemo Raver. I'm on the other side of the U.S. in Pennsylvania. I have family in Philadelphia and New York. Although I haven't seen them since I was in high school. And my bestest friend, one of my bestest friends, lives in Rhode Island. Which is one of the only places other than this state that I have been to. I haven't been to a lot of places. You love rock... Hey! Rude! I don't like Rocky Road ice cream. I love marshmallows. I love chocolate. I love ice cream. I don't like nuts in my ice cream. Don't even say it. Keep your mind in the gutter and away from my show. It says TVMA. You can say whatever you want. TK is messing with the lights, which means the camera's shaking a little bit. I promise it's not an earthquake. That's okay. You're fine. You're not hurting anybody's feelings. We're good. Pittsburgh, sweet. Squirrel away yarn. My tiny, boring ass town never has anything good last. It's frustrating for sure. That's how I felt about Kaiser. They know. He's apologizing because he says it's the new studio and we have to change things from time to time. But you all are very aware of that and super patient, and we appreciate that. Oh my god, TK, this is so pretty. Take a look real quickly, guys. This is just turning out so beautiful. Look at this. It's on the Banana Nutella trip right now. Is that a real thing? Oh, you mean like she's enjoying it? I was like, is that a trip you can take? Thieves can't what? Have I ever told you about the thieves can't? So we were gaming once and somebody said that they were going to thieves can't to somebody. They said thieves can't, which is a type of speech for thieves. And I very, very truthfully and honest in my heart looked at them all and went, thieves can't what? Because I thought they were saying that thieves can't do a thing. Yes, because thieves can't is a type of... Why are you making fun of me now? It's a very funny story because I'm oblivious and naive and I had no freaking clue what they were talking about. Much like the Nutella banana trip. Which apparently is a cruise. You now have banana blight on your repeat in your brain. I've never had Superman ice cream. Radioactive green mint chocolate chip ice cream was my favorite for most of my life. And still is, mostly. But I'm also a huge fan of coffee ice cream and peppermint ice cream. But like, I'm talking candy cane peppermint ice cream. That you can get in the winter during the holidays. You've had 2 snacks since the stream started. Sorry, guys. Except for I'm really not. What you're spinning makes me think of lemon and lime. It does look very lemon limey, and then you've got some orange in there, and then I guess the blueberry is for blue raspberry, which is disgusting. And also very much 1995. Blue raspberry was everything in the 90s, and I didn't like it then either. I thought it was gross. Blue, here's the thing. Natural food should not be blue. I can't think of a natural food that is legit blue. Even blueberries are not really blue when you chew on them. They're like a purplish color. Right? Superman elaborating. Thank you. Turkey Hill Double Decker is a mocha flavor ice cream with what? Right? Tea Lumber, it's any of the fancy mint chocolate chip ice creams? No, they're not good. It's too overpowering in the mint. But that waxy, delicious fake chocolate and that green tacky ass mint is so good. I might have to get some after the show, actually, with a little bit of whipped cream on top and a maraschino cherry. My little heart will be so happy. Cold Stone has an ice cream mix called Chocolate Devotion, and it's my go-to. You like blue raspberry in the 90s, then I grew up. I love it. I was just talking about blue raspberry with somebody. I don't remember. It might have been my gaming group. It might be. I'll have to look it up, though. Grater's Black Raspberry Chip is so yummy. Okay, so my other favorite ice cream, y'all are going to gag. Tillamook makes black licorice ice cream, and it's so good. It's every time I go to Tillamook, that's what I have to get. And you can't get it in the stores. You have to go to the Tillamook Cheese Factory to find it, which is dumb. They should just sell it to me, like, in bulk. Now you need ice cream. I mean, everybody needs ice cream. Confetti for ice cream, yeah. The newer Tillamook mint chocolate chip is lovely and less green. What? I am intrigued. I will have to try it. Love black licorice. Me too. You guys have 4 whole minutes until your final round of Wheel of Goodies and Goof 'em Ups, and then we're moving right into show and tell. So make sure that you get your beautiful, beautiful projects up in show and tell. It's incredibly important, and we want to see those things. I like to share your guys' stuff with other people. I like to be inspired by you. I like to talk and hear my own voice, and show and tell makes all of that happen. So get on it. Oops. The dairy down the road has Blue Moon soft serve from time to time. Ooh. Umpqua. I should know these words. It makes a black licorice. It is so dark teal. I am the worst native Oregonian ever. You're not wrong. At least I know how to say Willamette. Oh, you can give me that one. And cooch instead of couch. Listen, you guys, it took me 5 years to get blasphemy to come out of my mouth properly. The word. You know, it's okay if you don't like black licorice. It just means I will eat your portion too. Oh, that's exciting, Goth. You feel licorice is an underrated flavor. It's so delicious. Black licorice ice cream, black licorice candy, black licorice chewing gum. I'm an old man at the very center of my soul, or an old lady, depending on what you were looking at in my life. If it's candy, I'm an old man. If it's crafts and things, then I'm an old lady. And have been since I was 15. Frankenberry stool. What? My partner loves licorice. You can have it all. Well, thank you, Franklin. That's very kind of you. It is an acquired taste. You know what else is an acquired taste? Sea salt and vinegar chips, which I love. Salt and vinegar chicks. Oh, shit. Salt and vinegar chips is an acquired taste. And I wasn't a huge fan originally, but in high school, everybody would steal my potato chips. And so I taught myself to like these chips so that nobody else would eat them. And now people steal them anyway because they've done the same apparently, or they've just gotten to be adults and they like salty vinegar chips. Sarsaparilla. We played a Wild West TTRPG and there was a lot of sarsaparilla going around. Butterscotch. Keep star anise in the house to add licorice flavor to things, as you should. Oh, licorice wheels are so good. Sea salt and vinegar chips all the way, right? Now I need to get those too. This is going to be my dinner tonight. Ice cream and sea salt and vinegar chips. And TK is going to shake his head so hard at me while he's eating the chips. Hubby found some salt and vinegar cashews. They took your taste buds by surprise. Potato chips with chocolate, dipped in chocolate. Delicious. Also, Ruffles dipped in just sour cream. Delicious. And a friend in high school introduced me to Doritos dipped in cream cheese. Just cream cheese. Nothing else. Softened cream cheese. I'm not a Doritos fan, but it was freaking delightful. So, if I got to do a Dorito, that's how I'm going to do it all day, every day. Oh my God, guys. It's so pretty. We got through a lot of it too. I think we'll probably continue this on Monday. I know we normally do like Make Along Monday and Wild Card Wednesday, but I think for the time being, until we are unpacked and settled in, it's just going to be whatever I want to work on. And right now I want to spin. So this is what we're going to work on, I think, on Monday as well. In the meantime, it's that time. It's time for Wheel of Goodies and Goof 'em Ups. It is our final round of the evening, my loves. Also, Jinxie, you're in here, right? I did see you in here. I swear to God, I saw Jinxie in here. Jinxie, if you're in here, I haven't been able to get a hold of you. You were our subscriber winner for this last month, so you get a $30 gift card. I just need you to contact me in Discord so I can get it over to you. I don't remember, though. Okay, so there's the legal stuff. Here's our winner. Find out who it's gonna be. Hi, Panda. Casey, congratulations. You are our final contestant of the evening. Jinxie, there you are. Jinxie doll, you were our subscriber winner. So message me on Discord with your email address so I can get you that $30 gift card. Okay, hon? Congratulations. To Casey, you're our final contestant. Let's get that wheel up for you.
Ba, 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 ba.
It's your party. You can spin if you want to. For sure. Okay, so here's our beautiful wheel. We've gone over it a million times. You all know what's on here. So I'm just going to spin it for you. Okay, Casey? Let's do this. That's Yarn Tarot. What? We have not had a Yarn Tarot in the new house yet because I wasn't able to find my tarot cards there for a while. This is just tarot cards. Cool. Wheel, we will see you on Monday. Thank you so much for being so kind to everybody tonight. What? No, that's the wrong button.
Bye.
Bye. It'll go away here in a second. So, Casey, I've got my Yarn Tarot out. I just want you to focus on whatever you need to focus on in your life. It can be serious. It doesn't have to be serious. It can be something to do with your crafting. It can have something to do with anything you want. Maybe you're debating a new pet. Maybe you're debating whether or not you want to wear socks that don't match for the rest of the next week or two. Or not doing laundry tomorrow. Totally up to you. But I'm going to focus on you while you focus on whatever that is. And yeah, we're going to pull a card here in a second. Okay. Boom, 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 boom. And we're going to turn it. And it's going to be the sun, but it is the sun upside down. Interesting, because I specifically turned the card, so that's very interesting. So here's the card, just so you guys can all see it. I'll even turn it right side up so you can see it. All of these have fiber in them in some capacity. So like her shawl is knitted. Those sunflowers are gorgeous. I love that there are sunflowers on this card. It is a major arcana card, which is a big deal. Let's get down here real quickly and just pop this thing up real quickly. Let's find the sun. So the sun reversed means that you're letting your inner child kind of take over in whatever it is that you were thinking on, and that you are second guessing yourself. It's calling your inner child to come out and play. So I had that backwards. It's telling you, it's telling you to bring out your inner child. Let yourself play. Stop with the hustle and bustle a little bit. relax, do something that's enjoyable for you. Stop and smell the roses, you know, stop and just look at things that make you happy. Let your soul fly a little freer. It also means that you might be struggling to see the bright side of your life or the things that are important to you right now. And you should really just take a moment and try to, you know, stop and just, I tell TK this all the time, give me one good thing that's happened to you today. Try doing that. It's really helpful, actually. Just keep in mind, whatever you're going through right now is temporary. So there's always going to be sun on the other side of whatever tribulations you're going through at the moment. But just loosen up and let yourself be a little carefree. And whatever that might be. It might not be anything serious. It might just be, you know, you were thinking about using really standard colors for a sweater and it's saying, no, fuck that bullshit. Use something crazy and cool that most people don't think match, but that you love. Whatever it might be. Okay, so thank you so much for being a subscriber. We really, really appreciate it, Casey. And we appreciate all of our Boss Kitty family. That includes our patrons. As you know, we do have a Patreon. It's patreon.com/BossKitty, and you can join at any level. Our patron list is growing every day. We're up to 67 right now. In fact, some of them aren't on here because you guys signed up tonight. So thank you so much from the very bottom of my heart to you. Our patrons get some cool stuff too. You guys get the Fleece to Finish project viewings, and you can watch the VOD. You get to watch me look like an idiot and sing 50 Nifty United States. There's some patterns on there. We've got early release parties, like for things like the Doctor Who box set that's coming up. And then there's those VODs of the old shows that we did on Twitch that you guys can watch as well when we're on hiatus. It's a lot of fun. And I believe that we're also going to dump some dad jokes over there. Very excited about that. So definitely go over to patreon.com/BossKitty. Sign up at any of the levels. We've got Gracie's Gang, Hazel's Heroes, and Cult of Con. They each come with their own little things. I think Gracie's Gang is the base level at $5, and it goes up to $10 and then $25. So go check it out. It's not necessary, but of course it's always appreciated. Thank you so much. Okay. I think I hear Katie Kitty in the background, you guys. I hear her click-clacking down the hallway. I'm not sure.
Time to clean up.
There she is.
Yay!
It's time for show and tell, kiddos. Let's do this. Okay, of course, Casey, anytime. So we're going to start with Skittles Kid, who has Greg the Bunny. Do I have this full? This full. Interesting. Floyd helping with a project and a painting you did for Acrylic April. So here's Greg the Bunny, who's adorable. I love that his bow is as big as he is. So cute. Here's Floyd helping with a project. Kitty cat. Oh, look at those eyes, you guys. He's being very good with that yarn. My cat would destroy that yarn. So I'm super impressed, actually. Painting I did for Acrylic April. This is gorgeous. I love it so much. I love the checkers. I love that the checkers kind of are doing shading for the pear, but then they kind of just come off of it. Like they become their own thing. It's just, I could stare at this for hours. I also really like the leaf on it. Chibi finished Warm Up America rectangular shawl. It's gorgeous, and these pictures are stunning, Machibi. Oh, it's so beautiful. You did a great job. Your stitches look great. Your picot edging is perfect. They're all the same length, basically. And I love the way it's pooling. Really good job. What is this? Sammy, here's a giant horse that is crocheted. That's so flippin' cool. And I'm going to assume this is the artist with it. That's really neat. I wonder if it takes like a bunch of starch to do that. Here is Sammy winning money at bingo in Loveland. Congratulations. That's very impressive. I like your glasses. Here is me and the Easter Bunny at the American Legion. Very cool. He is bigger than you are. Floyd is adorable. Megan didn't do much crochet or knit, but I did pick up some old hobbies, drawing and guitar. So here's my latest sketch, me and my guitar, and a solo of my baby guitar. Your guitar is gorgeous. Does it have a name? I love how happy you look with it. I love your Wonder Woman sketch in the background. That's awesome. And then this is really cool too. Oh, this is lovely. I love the lunar vibe that it's got on it. Oh, I can't wait to see it finished. I have a guitar. I started to learn how to play guitar years ago and then I stopped. But it's named, can you guys guess? continue. It's named Betty Rose. I mean, my car's named Estelle, for crying out loud. Now I just need a room. Elizabeth, Hexy cardigan progress. Beehive cluster taken with the telescope my husband bought me when we were in Phoenix during the Friday show. This looks so good. And you're right. You're just rocking right through it. Oh, those colors look like springtime in a sweater. I love it. And I think, oh, I see. Okay, so there's stars there. I wasn't sure what it was. You guys will really have to go into Discord to take a look at this. It's pretty spectacular, though. I love it. Rashana, 2 pictures of Friday night when we went to Tape Face. It was so much fun. And 1 picture of my new Nightmare Before Christmas tarot deck. I get a deck pick. I'm so excited. You guys look so happy. This looks like a lot of fun. Awesome. I have no idea what Tape Face is, so I'm intrigued. These are gorgeous. What? So beautiful. Oh, I'm a little jealous. 9.5. Lechonka me. Details are needle felted. This is so cute. He's so sweet. The little details underneath his eyes are needle felted. That's so cool. And his nose. Oh, you've outdone yourself, my dear. Miro Disco. My most recent pictures. My quality scarf I'm working on and my new yarn bowl. Very cool. My half-orc barbarian I'm working on. And my little baby Fionn, who will be a year old next week. Fionn? Did I say that right? I'm sorry. This is stunning. I like that your yarn bowl and your quality scarf actually really go well together. They look good. Your half-orc barbarian is amazing. I'm terrified of her, and I'm sure she will kill a lot of bad people. But she also looks like she's a very pleasant person to be around when she's not trying to swing something at you and cake your head off. I like the details for the facial jewelry. I think that's really neat. Oh, look at that sweet kiddo. Those eyes are killing me. Happy early birthday to your little munchkin. Newest completed skein. First fractal spin in BFL. This is from Matt, by the way. It was so much fun. Started my first sweater. Very cool. Flax sweater. And new guitar to you, 1964. This is gorgeous, Matt. Matt has the same spinning wheel that I do. So that gives you an idea there. And this is stunning. And you did a fractal spin, which is really cool. So here's a flax sweater right here. And this is a great sweater to start with if you've never made a sweater before, because Tin Can Knits, they take the cake when it comes to how-tos for first-time knitting projects. And then this 1964 guitar. I love how old and worn and loved it looks, and I'm sure you're going to do wonderful things with it. Daddy's Little Bunny, working on making a turtle matching game for a friend's son. About halfway done. Need to finish the other matches and make the mommy bag to hold the baby. Oh, these are so cute. What a clever idea. You know, it's funny the little things we make that just blow up. I made the cats these little fish that are filled with catnip just on a whim, like 2 or 3 of them. Probably, 2 years ago? Would you say? A year ago? I don't remember, but I know it's their favorite toys. They go crazy for them. So I'm sure they'll be the same with these. Crochet Mom, my new yarn for a blanket, my almost finished sweater whip, and a tiny sweater for a tiny red panda just for fun. I love the colors. Seriously, I love that you got this really light color in the middle of all of this deep, beautiful lushness. Here is your sweater whip. It's beautiful. I like the sheen on it. And this is freaking adorable. Oh my gosh. Sometimes those just because projects are the most fun. The Miss Nair just started this pair of socks. I love the little leaf motif. I've made the progress keeper and dyed the yarn to be a tonal stripe. And it's a subtle tonal stripe, which you don't see a lot of. It's gorgeous. I'm in love with your stitch marker, and I'm curious if you make them, because I love teacups. Like if you sell them, is what I meant to say. You just said you make them. And I love that you're doing toe-up socks 2 at a time. I have some socks I actually have to make. We'll be doing that on the show, so it'll be a lot of fun, because I hate making socks. Cheers to all of you that make them. Super Duper helped make a gelatinous cube for my LARP game in 2 weeks. It's 1 me tall, 1 me wide. Super, I love it. The poles will have LEDs around them so it glows at night. That is so cool. It's fantastic. Oh, gelatinous cubes. They're getting their day in the sun. It's great. I love to see it. Goth Emo Raver. For those of you who don't know what a gelatinous cube is, it is a construct that's in originally D&D. But basically, it's this cube that like takes things in and it's acid and just eats away at it. So if you get your arm stuck in it, it'll eat your arm around. But if you get in it, you're stuck in it unless somebody can pull you out. So it's kind of like acid quicksand, but it moves around and just gnaws on you. It's like nom 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 nom, and it'll take all your items too. Anyway, moving on. I love it, right? The measuring system's great. Goth Emo Raver. This is the pattern that I'm loving right now. Plus my aunt's dog, T-Bone, small dog, and my dog, Dakota, big dog, chilling with me. Oh, well, let me open. There it goes. Cute yarn. That pattern is great. I agree with you. I love chevron stitches or wave patterns. They're a lot of fun to do, too. Oh, it looks great. And those dogs are so cute. Deva Frank. This is the cowl I'm crocheting that I adapted from a knitting chart. I cannot believe you're crocheting this. My mind is blown. It's gorgeous. And that you've adapted it from a knitting pattern. It's so beautiful. I don't know. You guys are all just knit magicians and crochet magicians. Andy, hello. I didn't even know you were in here tonight. I got new glasses and love them. Wanda Frames by Pear Eyewear. They look fantastic on you. I'm in love with your sweater, my dear. It's gorgeous. You get some confetti too. These are really cute. You guys, I feel like this is officially our first show back. I know it's not, but it's the first show that we've been able to do that hasn't had 8 million hiccups in it. And you guys have been freaking spectacular. What a great way to come back. I'm so happy you guys enjoyed spinning with me tonight. We will be back on Monday at 6:30 p.m. Pacific time. We're going to start spinning right up again. It'll be a ton of fun. And then we'll be here on Wednesday at 6:30 as well. If you're a patron, keep your eyes open for the Doctor Who information to pop in the next few weeks on the Patreon site. And then also we have that Fleece to Finish project coming up at the end of this month. If you're local, we will be at Wild Knits in Salem, Oregon on April 29th, which is local yarn shop day. So come by and say hi. I give out hugs, I promise. It does happen. If you want one, I'll give you one. They're free. But come by and say hi. It's always fun to see people. Other than that, my loves, keep in mind that we are updating the shop as we go along. So like Coraline just got updated as an example, but I'm doing it the best I can as we put the studio together. So keep your eyes open for the inventory updates. I will let you know in Discord about those as well. Have a wonderful weekend. Seriously, if you're not going to have rain, get out and enjoy that sunshine, because I know we're all desperate for it. I think part of the country actually is in like a heat wave, so maybe you need rain. You can have our rain. Get out, enjoy yourselves, do something wonderful. I will see most of you on Monday, I hope. And until then, have a great weekend. And as always, happy crafting, kids. Good night. Oh, did I miss my thing? Now we'll say good night.